Chilling. That's right. I'm trying to chill. They're hot. That's right. Southern India is awfully hot. Well, I got 2 more weeks of this. Then I go to temperate zone. I go to, I guess it's spring. Is it spring yet? What? I forget the seasons. I'll be up in the northern, well, in the States. This is a reading day. Before I get to reading, I just came. Oh boy, in a little while I'm going to jump in the shower, because that's what we do in India when it's hot. We jump in the shower. It's just all the time, shower. You stay awfully clean. 2-3 times a day you be in the shower. Anyway, I came from making an appointment at a place called Quiet, because I got to do a little thing before I leave, because while I'm in Oroville, I do this, I have protocols to do, right? Healing my body and doing other kinds of protocols. I'll tell you about it. It's scheduled for this Tuesday. We'll see, right? It'll be after in the afternoon. After, don't worry about it. It'll be sometime. But let me tell you what happened. I was up. Well, let me tell you. Look at my schedule first. Let's see, trusty thing. Today is what is today? That's not May. April. Unbeknownst to me, this is Easter Sunday, the 20th. So next week I have another poetry thing, and then the last one will be May 4th. It was interesting because I went to John every Sunday. I go to Johnny and read poetry, right? And this Sunday, I do a Consabo week, and then I do it up there. It's a good little thing. But I did it this week, and at the end, people will leave whatever. Some woman came up to me and said, "Well, I do poetry too." I said, "Well, come next week and do your poetry." So, as usual, I might have started something up at Johnny's. In other words, when I leave in a couple of weeks, if she comes next week, and what she will be doing is reading a poem. So when I'm gone, if she continues to come, she'll carry on. Hey, I've done this many times in my life, started something. But here, let me just show you something. This is another thing. I'm going to get to Tagore. Don't worry. I got a good Tagore. I think I got a good Tagore. I only saw it one time. But, I think I read it through one time, but we'll see. But, as I did a Consabas, and this is the one I did this week. See? Well, you can't, see it backwards. Now, let me tell you what happened. Now, this is interesting. I usually start writing them on sometimes Sundays and usually on Mondays. But I actually started writing the next one on this Sunday. But I wrote it. I usually write it on parchment, so I just wrote a line in the book. But I'll go to the parchment. Is it still Sunday? I'll probably wait till tomorrow. I'll marinate with it. I'll let it, because I usually do Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesday. I'll be working on the Consabas. Consaba, 49 word poem, 7 lines, of 7 words per line, no word over the 7 letters, except for proper lines. You should know that. Anyway, so because I did a thing this morning. Was it this morning? I think whenever I did this morning, I ran across this. I think it was this morning. I ran across this word. I use the word fascia. Now, because I'm doing my healing thing like that. I said, oh, that's a 6-letter word. I gotta use that, right? So naturally, right away, I started. I started the first line. It says, "This fascia hits writing our fasting earth." See, I started already like that. Hey, darling. Wait a second. You're not open today, so I can't go get my hot chocolate. No, I can't get my thingy. What's today? Today's Sunday. Was it today? Oh no, you're open. Oh, okay. It is Sunday. I'm coming up. When I finish this, I want to take a shower first. Actually, I might go funky. I'm coming up. Well, it's not time. It's after 5. I'm gonna go take a wash, right, and meander up there, get my hot chocolate, and maybe get something to eat. Or maybe I'll get something to eat and see what happens. Anyway, back to the point. Talk to my peoples here. Well, you my peoples too. So that's the first line. Now I'll leave that alone. I won't start working on this poetic form of Consaba until tomorrow. And then it'll be Tuesday, Wednesday. Well, Tuesday or Wednesday I'll finish it. But I take my time. Why? Because the poet has to think. He has a every word has got to be. When you do realize that I went to graduate school for playwriting. What I learned in playwriting is when you're doing a play, there's not one word. Okay, there's a little exaggeration. that one line there, if you take that line out, it destroyed the fabric of the play. That's how precise you got to be. Anyway, back to the point. So then, so I do that, then I write it, whatever. Then I ended up, usually on Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday, I write it on the poster board. And as it has evolved this year to this, and I got some colored markers by accident, and so I started color marking it, right? Now here's the thing. On Wednesday or Thursday, when I finish it, then I post the parchment that I put it on, I post the thing from the book, and I post this, right? And then I do a cold reading. In other words, I don't be practicing, I just do whatever. Blah, 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 blah. Now, one of the guys that come up to Johnny's on Sundays is a Russian guy who speaks French. Anyway, Sergey. If you watch the post today, you hear me talking to Sergey. Anyway, well, he's Russian, so it takes some time to got to do the French, whatever. And so he saw this on Wednesday because I post to my peoples, on Wednesday. And so then he had so he could, translate it to and understand. So when he heard it today, he's up to speed. See, something you got to be prepared, even for art, for artistic sake, you got to be prepared. Prepared in life, prepared in art, prepared in whatever you're going to prepare in it. But what's interesting, he talked to me afterwards. He said, he reminds me of a Russian form of writing, and he named it. Okay, I was just having a conversation. I didn't journal it. I wasn't trying to remember what it was. I could ask him next week because he'll be here. I could ask him next week, but I ain't. It's just going to be gone with the wind. Talk about an hour. It's going to be gone. But what he did say, he hadn't seen. Well, he probably had seen this. He said when he looks at the poetry, the way it is, it reminds him of like colors. He sees it as art. That was revelatory to me. Revelatory, I like that big word. Now, the reason why I say that, because in this year's book, this year's journal, India 2025 from deBrother, the top of the book, it says, deBrother, be waiting for, the way, don't worry about it, for poems, songs, fine art. Now, I didn't know, now, here's the thing. This was so, how do we say, profound. I like that word, profound. See, I didn't know it was going to happen. I didn't know I was going to talk to him, and he looks at it like art, like colors. It reminds him of colors. It's I don't say trippy. He didn't say trippy, but anyway, I understood what he was saying. You might not understand. Maybe you do understand better than I. Anyway, let's leave that alone. Let us go to the reading of today. Oh, by the way, I got two more readings. I said, I picked out the final reading because I read this. Here it is. I picked out the final reading for that May 4th, whatever that day is, that Sunday. I picked it out already. It's good. So, but this is one for this week, and next week we'll see what happens. Oh, do I have my glasses? Oh man, let me try to read it. No, I know I can't read this without my glasses. Just a second. Sorry, I messed up. I got all this other stuff here. I got to get my reading glasses, else we won't know what's going on. Let us see what's happening. Reading glasses, here we come. deBrother. Oh, what did I knock? Oh, it knocked over. Oh, sorry about that. Oh man. Let's see if we can get this back going. Boom, 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 boom. Are y'all all right? Just checking. Y'all all right? You sure? I mean, you didn't get discombobulated, did you? Discombobulated, like that word too. Oh, my fault. See, because I got the hammock chairs, got the wood thing. I got to dismantle it and put it together so I can take it with me to Virginia. Put a spider, put a web in there already? Anyway, okay. Let's go. Reading from Tagore, from this book that was in the guest house here. It's I'm not going to do the Indian name. It's called Song Offerings by Tagore. Rabindranath TAGORE, Indian name Tagore, right? And this is what it is. page 35. Oh, this is 35 on page 34. They're usually like, they're like this, like short, like that. So here we go. Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, we acknowledge is free. Oh, so I got to read that over again. I said weird. That's not what it says here. Let me start all over again. Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depths of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habits, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever-widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom. My Father, let my country awake. Okay. Look, every week I do a little Tagore, and I'm usually impressed. But this one, here's the thing. When he comes to this point, when he says, where the mind is led forward by thee meaning, the above forces, Lamata or, the Great Spirit, whatever, into ever-widening thought and action. Oh, okay, right? Into that heaven of freedom, that paradise of freedom, that freedom of freedom, right? My Father, meaning Lamata, Great Spirit, God, Yahweh, whatever, Buddha, whatever, right? Let my country awake. Now, he's Indian. Now, you would think that he's talking about India. He probably is. But guess what? I ain't from India. I'm American. Sorry I did that. With an African mentality. So for me, country, and because I'm American, because, see, America is, I can't explain America right now to you, but it's like, it's not really a country as mentioned as is an idea, it's a amalgamation, it's a 1776, and it's a lot of contradictions because you have people that started that were in charge and they were awfully, let's say, unscrupulous, not unscrupulous, unfair, that sounds good. They're awfully stupid. Let's do that. They seem to be really smart. Oh, the founding fathers, they're a little smart. But then again, before they had the United States of America, they had this other thing, and there was a black guy that was a president. Well, let me get into that right now. But the point is this: for me, country, and because I'm an American, but I'm indigenous American, autochthonous African. Come on, follow me on this. Hey, this is a reading session. This is literature. This is Tagore. This is a what did he win? Nobel Prize? This is a Nobel Prize. The Nobel Prize guy that inspired me in this mental thingy, right? Actually, I'm also, I am going to talk this American because my great grandmother was Mohawk Indian, so I guess. But I'm going to stick to what I just finished saying, right? I'm indigenous American, only meaning that America was born in 1776. So when it was born, if you were around then and you declared yourself an American, then you're basically indigenous to America, because America didn't start till 1776. Just saying, technically, remember we're a nation of, America's a nation of laws, so in the realm of laws, technically, right, everybody was around 1776, we have lineage from 1776, you are, you're indigenous to America. But the landmass that America was founded on, some of us, and then me through my great-grandmother, are autochthonous to America, And plus, so they yanked my great granddaddy from Africa. Maybe it was his father. From Africa. That means I'm also autochthonous to the landmass that was Africa. So I'm both autochthonous to Africa and to so-called America, the idea of America. So I'm autochthonous to two separate continents. Ain't that special? Ain't that something? I'm just saying. That's what it says to me. But more importantly than that, not more importantly, I don't know what's the page. Oh, 35. I don't know what's 35. Was it 35? 35. Where the mind is without fear and the head held high. No fear. Hold your head high. That's how you walk through these lands. That's how when you embrace your country, your idea of country, that's what you do. That's what it's saying to me. So, I don't know what it's saying to you, but remember, this is poetry, just like the I'm not going to do that poem because I did it already. But just like look at the post I put for the poetry today, right? Because I had this technique where I just read it straight, then I explain it, then I read it again. When you read it again after you explain it, and a whole new thing happens to people's head. And I had some questions in that, some questions afterwards too. Really, really deep. So the poetry sessions are getting really, really interesting. But let's go back to this poetry section where you should have, you know what I mean? This is why poetry is poetry. You're short, to the point, and here we go. Expands, or as they used to say in the 60s, blows your mind. Tagore, once again, on a Sunday, blowing our minds. Talk to you all later.